Hey, welcome back to What Jack has made. In this video, we're going to be covering how we can use our new custom post taxonomy in our Gatsby website. Now, in the last video, I covered how we registered a custom post taxonomy for my blog posts around a video series I was producing, such as this one. So in this example, we've created a custom taxonomy called series, and we've given a new entry into the series taxonomy called Gatsby and WordPress 2019. Now, on my Gatsby website, I want to generate a new page for each taxonomy entry we come across and list out the videos or posts within that series. So we've already gone ahead and tested what the GraphQL query would be in WordPress, but to accurately generate pages in Gatsby, we'll want to test out what that would be in the context of Gatsby. So we can do that by going to localhost 8000 and then _ 3 times GraphQL, and then we'll have our graphical interface within the context of Gatsby. Now, if I go ahead and remove all the comments, and then we start writing a new query for all series, I still don't know what the plural and singular for series would be. And then we'll query WordPress, and then under WordPress we'll query the series taxonomy. Wait, it was just there. Oh, there it is. And then we'll get back each entry within this taxonomy, so we would only have one at the moment. So if we go ahead and get the name for that, you can see Gatsby and WordPress 2019, which is it's an encoded string at the moment. And we can even get out some meta information such as the count. So we've got 26 entries within this series. And then we can get back each post within the series. And then for each post, we can get back the node and say the title. So this would be a common sort of post query. And you can see we get back 10 posts, which isn't accurate to the count. So we can pass in a filter and say first 300. And now we get back all of the posts within our WordPress and Gatsby, or Gatsby and WordPress series even. So with this information, we now want to programmatically generate the page for this series and make it available in our Gatsby environment. So we'll jump into our VS Code, and underneath Gatsby node, we're going to want to create a new node function to programmatically generate the pages. So we'll copy the bottom one for posts and change it from create posts to create series. And then we'll create the asynchronous node function, and we'll save that. That hasn't restarted, which is good because it doesn't exist yet. And we'll go into our node directory, and we'll copy the create posts and rename this to create series. Was it series or was it create series? Yeah, series. And we got some boilerplate, create pages, fetch posts. We'll change to fetch series. So you kind of just want to go through all of the information and make sure you update it to be in the context of creating a series as opposed to posts. So series. We won't have a series URI, we'll have a series slug, I believe. We go back and check what we can get access to. Yep, and there's no URI, cool. So we want to make sure we're getting the slug for the path of the page. And we're going to create a new template called series. Series slug. Series name. You can get rid of that. Get rid of ID. Keep slug. And then we'll want to update our query. So we want to get series first. Okay, first. But we also want to bring this down to, let's just copy our query for starters. we want to bring this in here and then remove that, get rid of that, indent this. And we can bring this first filter down here as well. So we're going to get the first 500 series and then first 500 posts within each series. So we're using the same integer filter in both filters. And cool. So for each series, we're going to call a template, which we need to create now. So under templates, series, and we'll copy. We'll grab the page template and then modify it. So series template, page context. That should have information around our series. Component parser we can get rid of because we're not going to use blocks. And I believe I might have, I don't have the debugger component. Okay. That's fine. For now, we're just going to say series title. And the base is there. And then we're going to console log props. Cool. So a lot of this probably won't make much sense right now, but what will happen now is if we shut down our Gatsby server and restart it, what this should now do is after it's generated the case studies, pages, posts, we should see a new page being generated at the bottom if we haven't hit any errors. And it should say that it's created a new series page for our Gatsby and WordPress series. And what we can then do is we can go to that page within our Gatsby environment and see what information we're getting logged as props, which should be the information we're passing in as context in our create page function. So we've hit an error. So we're calling get posts, but that doesn't exist, it's get series. So we'll reset that. So I was hitting a couple of errors when running the Gatsby build process again, or development process, which was I was calling the filters incorrectly. So you want to make sure you're referencing first and then the variable that's being passed into your query. And then also when we're returning the information, we want to make sure we're querying the get series query as opposed to get posts, and then returning the data underneath the series' nodes. So if you can just update that, or maybe have a look at the source code for this project and you should get the correct syntax. Then you see at the bottom of our create pages and posts and all that programmatic functions, we have a new create series log which says Gatsby WordPress 2019. So in theory, we should now have a new page within our Gatsby project. So if I go to localhost 8000, we should hit what Jack has made. But then if we go to, what was the slug? Gatsby WordPress 2019. I think Gatsby's just finishing up the development process because it still says in progress, success. And now, when we go to this page, we got series title, which was the page template that we just created. And if we have a look at our console log, we have this object, which if we go under page context, we have the count, which we were querying. We have is created by stateful create pages. We have name, posts, and then slug. And underneath the posts, we have each post that's available to us and the title for it. So now what we could do is we could update our series template and we could get back some information. So if I went props.pagecontext.posts, I believe, and then map for each one, post, and we'll immediately return a h2 with the post.title. This should return page.context. I must have accessed that incorrectly. Props.pagecontext.posts. Wait. Okay, let's just comment that out a sec and refresh. I'm just accessing the props incorrectly. Let's see how. Posts.nodes. Okay. And then we refresh. We should get a huge page of the posts. So obviously this isn't really what we want. We want to be able to decode the title, and we'll probably want to have like sort of a meta description for each one from Yoast SEO. So now that we've got the information rendering on the page, I think I'm gonna like sort of do a jump cut now to a later stage in the development process where I'll sort of flesh out this page template a bit more, and then I'll break it down with you and explain what I've done, why I've done it, and how you can implement it in your own site. It'll just take, 10-20 minutes, and it can be quite tedious and boring to watch me do a lot of trial and error, so I'll just do a jump cut from now till then. Hey, so you probably watched the sped up version of it. I've just built out the page for the series taxonomies. So before I get into the markup and the page itself, I've added in a new field using advanced custom fields, which allows me to input a URL, which is for the YouTube playlist ID, or playlist URL rather, so I can link directly to the playlist within the page. I've also added in a description, which is available by default to any taxonomy, just so I can add a bit of description at the top of the page to introduce the course. And then within our schema, we're querying the new playlist and description field within our query. And this is what our final query looks like, or is similar to. And if I go into our create series, you can see I've used the template literal strings to bring out the SEO fields and the common media fields that we query within our GraphQL schema. So after pulling in this new information, I've now built out a new series page. And a lot of these packages at the top are sort of just to help me process the HTML strings and decode the HTML entity characters. I've also got the Gatsby link component, which allows me to link between pages. You can import this from Gatsby package or the Gatsby link package. And then these are some custom style components that I've created to sort of style the page in terms of CSS and layout. But the real sort of meat and potatoes of the template comes down to processing the page context. So using the new playlist ID, I've created a link which goes out to the playlist. I could actually add a target equals blank, so it opens in a new tab. You can debate whether or not that's the best practice, because some people believe you should just keep it in the same tab. And Gatsby provides a nice sort of helper for best practices when linking out to an external website. And I could probably add this to the button as well. Don't think I've implemented some of that stuff for the button, but I'll do that later. So I'm basically bringing in the title, wrapping it in a link to the playlist ID, playlist URL, passing in the description for the course, and then I'm passing in a button which links to the playlist URL. Then we've got the intro image, which does a very similar thing, so I can wrap that in the same information. And then we have a HR just to break up the page, and then we're looping over each post that we find. And I created a new series post component directly underneath the series template page, which just sort of destructures all the properties we need and then uses them within a context. So basically for each post, we're wrapping it in an anchor tag, which is an internal link within Gatsby. And we're saying when you click on this, go to the single post, and we're showing an image, showing the title, and then showing the SEO description when available. So if we go back to my website, this is what we've come out with. So we've got title, description, link to the playlist. So we can go straight to YouTube. You can click on the image and it'll take you to YouTube, and the title. The description isn't an anchor tag. And then we've got the HR to break up the page. And then for each post, we have the preview image and a link to the insights section of my site, which allows you to go and explore each video individually. And then if there's a meta description available from Yoast SEO, we're using that as well. So that's essentially all we need for this video. I might extend out the template in the future, maybe add some new features. I'm not too sure what else I could add. But now I can link to this page within the context of my Gatsby application by adding maybe a new menu item at the top. Might replace the Hire Me with a link to this course. And I can, so now every time I create a new course, I can create a new taxonomy under series and give it a series name, description, YouTube playlist ID, and then I can group all of my videos in one place, allowing those who are watching the video series to access it through my website or to go and view it on YouTube. So that's about it for the video. If you liked it, give the video a like. If you want to see something new that I haven't covered, leave a comment and I'll do my best to do a video on it. And subscribe if you want to see some more videos on WPGraphQL and Gatsby and WordPress and all the good stuff surrounding that ecosystem.